out of this lineup, you still got Musty and Haltonen and Phillip and all those guys, but this game had a little bit more aggressiveness and maybe a little bit more fatigue to start. Do you feel like the fatigue being a later finish last night, early start today, kind of happened with all the penalties that what kind of caused it?
I didn't like our first period. I thought, we were content with some, whack and hack and stick. We weren't going in first for pucks in it, but I thought, to their credit, they responded well in the second. We talked about it between periods. They came out, outworked them, played in the OZ, had a few kind of goals off of net front scrums, and, we kind of got momentum off that.
That's something that's been consistent through all three games, that kind of maybe a slowish start, but the response has been really good. Obviously, you don't want to start slow, but how much of the response and getting back to that game shows just how good this core is and how good they can be, because they have the ability to get back to the game, which is hard to do sometimes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and I think it's a credit to them. On the bench, people are saying the right things, and in the locker room, saying the right things, doing the right things, and that's kind of how you get things turned around.
Is it generally a positive, you're saying the right things, which for young players sometimes can be a little hard on themselves, especially things like this, looking for spots and really kind of being aggressive, but just staying positive as a collective unit. What does that do for the confidence of a young player going into main camp?
Yeah, I think it's huge. I think, after we should be feeling pretty good. We came in and won all three games and kind of, in my opinion, carried the play for the majority of the tournament. So it should be a source of confidence for him.
What's Casper got to learn from the penalties he took today?
Yeah, all young players have to learn the same things, right? It's, less hack whack, but he did a lot of really good things tonight. But all young players, I would say, stick on puck is the way to go. You're gonna stall a lot more plays that way, whether it's on a forecheck or a track. Getting that stick on the ice, getting it on the puck, it's something we're working with all of them.
And Luca, I think the last time we saw him was Dev Camp. Now you've seen him for 3 games. Obviously, a question him turning pro or staying in a dub. What did you think of his tournament? Do you think that he is ready for pro?
Yeah, he played a lot. He played a lot of minutes. He handled them well. I was impressed with the way that he handled himself. He played well. As far as what he's going to do, that's above my pay grade. But I was encouraged by his play in this tournament.
There's no secret that Luka can run a power play, and then that showed all weekend. What did he show you in those other parts of the game beyond that?
Yeah, I thought he broke the puck out well. Obviously he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he was maneuvering his body pretty well, getting in first and rolling off pressure. And then, like you said, running the power play, and then even 5-on-5 at the offensive blue line, you can kind of shoot the shape pretty good and generate some time and space. So that's what I saw from him.
Is he kind of guy that you want on your back end for the Barracuda next season?
Yeah. I think he does a lot of really good things. So we'll just have to kind of see how camp goes.
One guy that we didn't, really talk about all too much was Phillip Beestead.
Yeah.
Moved up in the lineup throughout.
Yeah.
He mentioned that, he would like to play with consistent players, but it's just, that's the tricks of the tournament. What did you see from him throughout the tournament?
Yeah, kind of thorough, I would say, is the adjective that comes to mind. Probably not going to jump off the page at you with flashy plays like we had some other guys making, but just kind of steady. Controlling the play through the middle of the ice.
You guys outscored everybody in the tournament like 16-7 or something like that. I just doing the math in my head. You guys did very well, obviously, and I know that you don't want to just spotlight you can spotlight everybody, right?
Yeah.
But again, we ask you this after every game, but just any under the radar guys just kind of step up, show off to you here.
I think a lot of guys. I was happy with almost everybody tonight.
Yeah.
I thought Haish had a pretty good night, breaking out pucks well, a little bit of a physical presence for us. Thought Robus did a nice job as well. I can't really pick a guy out that I
Sure.
wasn't thrilled with, so that's a good feeling.
Yeah, you guys want, outscored everybody by a lot, so that's what you want.
All right.
All right, thank you, J-Mac.
Thanks, J-Mac. See you back in San Jose.